Oh, Hakan. Oh, Hakan. What are you doing? What are you actually doing? Now you have officially made the list. You were flirting with the list, but you're on it now. I mean, it's bad enough to tweak for Milan and then twerk for Inter. But we accepted it because we bared the fruits of it at the time, did we not? I'm not Turkish, but I know enough about Turkish football to know that you cannot twerk for Galatasaray and Fenerbahçe in such a short space of time. Which is leading us to today's news coming out about Hakan and the projected video call between his party and Fenerbahçe. And I guess what is starting to hit every Inter fan's mind now is that this guy is literally probably just looking to escape the club. The 31-year-old is looking to escape the club. Because we've just heard Auxilio come out yesterday and go, Hakan was never for sale. He's an important player. Or was this just another one of Auxilio's tactics to get suiting clubs to actually put a respectful bid in first? Because a respectful opening bid would be 20 million euros. And if Fenerbahçe is willing to offer 20, we can probably get to 25. Our documented price of 35 was never realistic. But I also want to highlight the fact that most of these reports that are coming out today are coming out from Turkey. And because they're coming out from Turkey, you need to understand that you can never, ever be 100% fazed by these rumors. So if your director, Auxilio, comes out yesterday and says that he's staying, and today we come out and hear that José Mourinho and Fenerbahçe's president, I think his name's Ali, they're pretty much ready to hold advanced talks. But these sources, like I said, are coming out of Turkey. I don't really know where you guys stand. Like, this was just a video just referring to the news, while I've still got all the time before I go back to work. If a deal can be closed at 25, we have to take it. I would even take 20. The liability of keeping this guy on the books for 6 million per season with his projected output for Inter is just not going to happen. He's a player that is already preparing for life after Inter. So I hope that Inter is preparing for life outside of Hakan Çalhanoğlu. If he does get sold, we will probably revisit the whole Aslani thing as well. Because if we were to let Aslani go, we would be without a defensive midfielder, without a regista. And at that point in time, you'd need to sign two. You'd need to sign a starter and a backup. And I don't think that we would have the capacity after signing Lookman, even if we got Hakan money. Do we really want to be dealing with addressing an emergency situation in midfield as well as still accelerating for Leone? I don't know about that as well. The negotiations for Hakan will continue. And I guess it sort of raises questions as to why. Why would Hakan want out so badly? It can't just be for the 5-0. It can't be. I know that a lot of Galatasaray fans really expected him to sign. They just expected it to line up properly. And why not? Why not expect it to line up? He's the captain of the club. He's the captain of the country. Galatasaray is the most successful team in Turkey. I mean, just by default, try and think about it from a Turkish club's perspective. If the captain of your national team is available for decent price, you go for him. And Galatasaray and Fenerbahçe are the two biggest clubs. Maybe debatable Fenerbahçe if you want to throw Besiktas in there. But, I've always grown up as the tier of Galatasaray. And then behind them, Fenerbahçe, Besiktas. And then behind them, Trabzonspor. But if the news is coming out that it was never a serious option for Hakan, I don't know. Quality-wise, the Turkish fans love Hakan Çalhanoğlu. For all the shit that we're slinging on him now, he's very, very well liked by Turkish fans. And he's, like, Galatasaray fans were begging for him to sign. begging for him to sign. I was reading a lot of stuff online on their forums and their fans, and they were so happy. So happy. But I know that also there are a lot of rumors where large groups of fans in Galatasaray didn't want to chop and change their squad too much. They're very, very much in on the Galatasaray thing. Yeah. But it's just looking like, long story short, if we thought this story was anywhere near being finished, it was nowhere near being finished. If anything, we might just be getting started at the next side of it. And, you know, also, I wouldn't even discontinue the stuff about the Kurva and, you know, Hakan's engagements with the Mafia. It wasn't the most serious thing in the world, but the fact of the matter is that, you know, he met with arrested ultras. He had contact with key members of people with criminal records. And because of that, I think it definitely does put a spanner in the works of your relationship with the club and the fans. Yeah. So what I think is going to happen is this. I think Fenerbahçe is going to ask for a salary decrease because he's on 6 million with us, and I just don't think that he's going to be able to hold that sort of wage for Fenerbahçe. You're probably looking at closer to the 4.5 mark for them and a 20 million euro bid. If that's the case, then yeah, I still would take it. Make sure you guys are letting me know in the comments below what you would do about this, because this is still going to be a sticky situation. I know with the Lookman news coming out and Auxilio throwing the gauntlet down yesterday, you know, we started to look a little bit more clear-cut vision-wise, but Hakan is now entering the bracket of Brozovic and more so Milan Skriniar and Romelu Lukaku as well. It is the Mount Rushmore of snakes of Inter in the post-Banter era. I guess you could put Mauro Icardi at the top of that one, but there have been players that we could see for a long time mentally were phasing out of the club, and this is one of them, and it's as obvious as ever. So it looks like the Hakan Çalhanoğlu saga is far from over. So let's hope it doesn't end in embarrassment for Inter. Guys, if you like the video, make sure you like the video. Subscribe. If you are new, subscribe to Uncle Shama and all your other Inter content creators. My name is Anthony, and I will see you probably tomorrow. Ciao.